Hey everybody, my name is Rob McCabe and welcome to the channel, and welcome to episode 6 of the 10x10 Practice Challenge. On today's episode, I worked on a drum set solo from the book Rudimental Drum Set Solos for the Musical Drummer by Rob Leytham. The solo that I worked on is the first one in the book, entitled Riddles. There'll be a little bit of commentary during the video, and I'll talk shop about how I approach this solo at the end. Hope you enjoy. So the first thing that I want to comment on is that you might notice that after day 2, I decided to actually slow down the tempo a little bit. And the reason for that is because day 1 and day 2 were split up in the first half of the solo and the second half of the solo. When I got to day 3, I was tackling the solo as a full thing. Therefore, I decided that because I was adding a little something, I wanted to take it a little bit slower to make sure that I could maintain a level of accuracy throughout the entire piece. So when I got to about day 4 and I started to feel a little bit more comfortable pushing the tempo, I decided to be very, very careful about it, and I only increased it by about 10 beats per minute per day. When I got to about day 7 or day 8, I realized that I was a little bit more comfortable with things, and I decided to try pushing the tempo a little bit further, which is why you're seeing a little bit more of a jump in tempo. Here's how I planned out my practice time using SMART goals. As a quick reminder, here's how SMART goals are laid out. Here's what I assigned to each letter based on what I wanted to accomplish. Specific, I wanted to learn the drum set solo Riddles from the book Rudimental Drum Solos for the Musical Drummer at a moderate tempo. Measurable, I will use a metronome to determine the speed at which I am playing. Attainable, learning this at the written tempo would likely take me a little bit longer, but I believe a moderate tempo is attainable. Relevant, this will help with both my ability to move around the drum set and also help me with some of my basic rudiments. Time-bound, as always, 10 days for 10 minutes a day. So what are my observations of this 10x10 practice challenge? Well, very quickly, let's take a look at my rubric. 2 things to remember is that this is not about mastery, and on top of that, it is only in relationship to my own goal. I am not comparing myself to any standard, and I am not comparing myself to anybody else. For this goal, I would give myself a 3. I was correct in the assumption that I did not quite accomplish the written tempo. However, I was able to achieve it at a moderate tempo. Where would I go next with this? The first step would obviously be to increase the tempo up to the written tempo. The second step would be to incorporate some dynamics and phrasing. And the third step would just be to loosen up a little bit. I especially noticed in the earlier days that a lot of my stroke came from the elbows. And in general, I had a lot of tension. All of that said, let's watch day 1 versus day 10 to see the improvements. I hope you enjoyed episode 6 of the 10x10 practice challenge. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Last week's episode in particular, I interviewed TJ Larum. Professionally, he is a behavior analyst, but he has also taught drum lines for many years, and his take on practice is quite interesting. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.